Pisces, welcome back. So Pisces, this is going to be your October reading. Not going to be for all of you, but if it does resonate, please do like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. First card out is the energy of the 5th house of passion. And what's interesting is I really haven't had a lot of energy today, but as soon as I started the camera, for you Pisces, I felt like a spike in my energy level. So some of you may be feeling that in October. This card talks about, performance, entertainment, creativity, costumes, which is funny that this card represents costumes since Halloween is in the month of October. So a lot of people celebrate, at least in the United States. It also talks about passion, obviously, humor, romance. So I really love this vibe for you, Pisces. Very nice energy to start out the time period with. And now we're going to go a little bit further into it and see what other messages we have for you. Pisces, I'm going to spend the first portion of the reading just solely on your energy, and then the last part of the reading I will pick up on the energy of the person you're dealing with in the month of October if you're interested in that, okay? So, Pisces, I feel like a lot of you have, had a lot on your shoulders, had a lot of responsibility. It might have seemed really heavy, or there might be times in October where things feel like they're taking a lot of energy to move forward. Like, it's not that you can't do it. It's just that at times it may catch up with you. So, watch out this month with commitment and overcommitting yourself. Want to make sure you're not overcommitting yourself to too many people or too many things at the same time. But I do feel with the 10 of Wands and then the Magician out to get us started that you do have the tools to push through this energy. You may find yourself being able to manifest pretty easily in the month in October. So it's like, you feel an emotion and you turn the radio on and the song perfectly matches. Or, I just heard "See a penny, pick it up." All day long you'll have good luck. That type of energy, right? Where you're looking for something and there it is. Or, the timing comes through just at the right time, or the right person calls when you need them, things like that. So yeah, I feel 9 of Cups here. This is emotional satisfaction. And so I feel that there is emotional satisfaction to be had during this time period. And I really like that for you. I think that you've had your sights set on some goals that you're wanting to push towards or push forward with. And I feel that you finally have like the tools or the people around you or the support you need necessary, that's necessary to help you get there. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that. Now, the caution here this month, Pisces, now we have the 2 of Wands, 7 of Cups out, is to not get too over fantasize. I almost said fanatical, over fanatical. I don't know if that's like a word. Don't get over disillusioned this month, okay? So like sometimes Pisces, as a zodiac sign in general, you can be so out of the box with your thinking, like so, wanting to escape up here, kind of going into Pisces la la land, as I like to call it, that it can distract you from things that you really need to be focusing on, obligations you really need to be paying attention to. And so I guess like the caution then this month is don't get too overly involved in what, your passions or your dreams, that you let it confuse or bog down or fog over your critical thinking and or judgment during this time period. Because, like I said, you're easily manifesting during this time period. And so you want to keep a conscious and clear mind when you have that ability so that you're not accidentally manifesting things that you don't want. Some conscious fears, confusion, things like that. Also, sometimes it can cloud your intuition. Okay? So keep your intuition clear. And as I say that, I have the moon card out, which reminds me of the third eye, but also represents Pisces. And it's in the upright, okay? So I feel like for most of you, you'll be able to keep a good balance there. You know, I think you do have a lot on your plate during this month, but at the same time, you have what you need, okay? And I think you're ready for the next chapter. There's a lot of emotional satisfaction to be had as far as your creative side, your passionate side, whether that's love that makes you passionate or your hobbies or whatever. You know, I think that I feel a very lighthearted energy about you, Pisces. And I feel that in the past, it's been very dark, you know, in the readings, or a very intense, a much more serious vibe. And I feel like in October, there's kind of a shift here where you kind of lighten up that energy a little bit. And although, you know, you may feel like you don't have all of the information at times to, you know, I think there is a little bit of worry about like what's next, you know, it's not really known. But at the same time, I feel that you know that you're smart enough and you've been through enough and you know yourself well enough that you know you can take on whatever comes your way. And then, you know, you're ending on the Sun card and then the Moon card upright. So I love that. This is, you know, positive energy. This talks about the flow. Pisces, this is your card, which is the subconscious mind. And I feel like those two pieces of you, the part you show the world versus the part that's internal to you, are vibing together this month. So I don't feel like there's any head or heart struggles. I feel that you're in alignment, you know, with what you want internally, underneath everything, and then you're showing the world that. So I really, really like that for you. If there has been confusion about, you know, what is the next step for me, you know, what is the right choice for me, I feel like intuitively, you know what makes you happy, and you know what brings you passion, and you know what doesn't. And so I don't feel you need someone to tell you then what the right path to take is. I think it's going to be very obvious to you in the month of October. Okay? So I like that for you. Sorry, I was checking the time there. Now, for those of you who are dealing with another person and you would like to hear about them and what they might be experiencing in the month of October and how they feel, then this is where the reading continues. For those of you who are only interested in your energy, then this is where the reading ends. So, person Pisces is dealing with. First card out is the Emperor. Now in this deck, this person's a little bit stuck in like la la land. So I feel like the person you're dealing with, they may be a little bit like there but not there, you know? It's like their body might be physically next to you, but their mind might be on like a mind trip or something, or you know, they may be very distracted during this time period, or I don't know, aloof to some degree or another. I feel this person, if it's intimate, has a lot of sexual energy around them, whether that's that they're attracted to you or you're attracted to them, or they just kind of have that like they just kind of give that off, you know, they may not even know that they do that. If it's platonic, then, you know, I just feel a very masculine vibe, whether it's a male or female you're dealing with. I feel that they are embodying more of a masculine approach this upcoming month, okay? And as I say that, I have the Empress out. So I feel like this person is going to be a pretty good balance, actually, between masculine and feminine. I feel that, you know, they also came out with the Two of Cups. This is a really strong partnership. For a lot of you, this is going to be an intimate partner or like an ex. But it doesn't have to be. But I feel a lot of physical attraction here, and I feel it's mutual. Okay. I feel that's going to be heightened, especially Pisces, because you got the passion card out. So you're kind of already in that passionate state, or will be this upcoming month. Sorry, I had a card fall. So I feel that energy. Now, for those of you who are being intimate and you don't want to get pregnant, then you need to take precautions here. That's for a few of you, because it's a high likelihood, FYI. All right. If that's not you, don't worry about it. For the rest of you, it's just this energy of mutual. It's mutual, I feel, during this time period. The Two of Cups speaks of a soulmate energy, you know, and I feel Pisces, whoever this is, they may like kind of go off into la la land, or maybe they're not always like in tune with the relationship or with reality. But I feel like when it's on, like when things are good, they're like good. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel a very strong connection within the dynamic. I think that what gets interesting is that then it goes into the Seven of Swords, not like overly happy about that. And then the Knave of Pentacles, which has a different meaning in this deck, and then the Hermit card. So I do feel that there's something in this relationship that either disappoints the other partner or is, you know, there might be some deceit here. Right? The Seven of Swords is usually deceit. The Knave of Pentacles in this deck is someone, they're trying to like have control over the situation. And I feel like a lot of control issues on this person's side. I think that they try to balance it out, or there's like a feminine piece of them, whether they're male or female. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. I feel like they try to balance that out. And when they are able to tap into their softer side, that's when things are good. But when they get in like this over-controlling, possessive, yeah, somewhat, I guess, can be even deceitful at times side, that's when things get disconnected. So I feel that that's where that detachment comes from, because either you detach from this person when they do that, or they you. And then there's disappointment. It's like, for some of you, I feel like this person wants to make you feel something that you don't feel. Like, say if, you know, you're I don't want to say like they're altering. Yeah, they want to have control over your moods. It's a weird message, you know. And for some of you, it's like with mind altering substances, or you know, alcohol, weed, drugs, whatever. Not all of you. Some of you, it is like they push that behavior, like they're kind of like encouraging that, like, yeah, come on, relax, like, you know. And it's because they want to dominate. They like that, because then they feel like they can dominate in that situation. For others of you where there's not substances involved, it's just the sense of like, yeah, being overly obsessed with being in the driver's seat or control of the situation, or bouncing back and forth between connecting, then disconnecting, connecting, then disconnecting. Okay. But I feel that the overall energy is the Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. There's love here for sure. I think that this person wants commitment. I think there's a lot of love here. I think, you know, I think this dynamic confuses you a little bit, Pisces, at times, because it's like the sun and the moon, you know, like it's really, really great, or it's the opposite, or there's isolation. It's like coming together, isolation. So I do feel like there's two sides of this coin going on, and maybe that's where the confusion comes from. And sometimes it feels heavy, I think. But I do feel this person wants comfortability, commitment, love. You know, they might be a little bit stuck or stubborn in their ways, and that gets in the way of things this month. It's a monthly. For some of you, there's a small group of you watching, and you're going to know if you're in this group, where you have two people here. You have one person that you're very physically attracted to. You know, there's a sort of fantasy here, or they're very physically attracted to you. They may feel a very strong connection to you, Pisces, particularly if you're a woman. If you're a man, I feel like it's you having the attraction, okay? So there's a person here like that. Then there's another person here that feels like they're kind of on the outside. They may feel distant from you at times. There's disappointment here. They're trying to force you to feel or do something that you don't want to do. Like, I feel, be careful of the false soulmate, because you have someone here that's really, really genuine, and you have someone here that's full of shit. That you might be buying it hook, line, and sinker, which is a caution. So if you have two people that you're dealing with, one is on the up and up. This is the one that matches your energy. And then there's another person here that is full of it, you know, and they're trying to get in between this relationship because they feel left out. So there's a lot of deceit around that person, and you really need to be careful this week, this month, Pisces. Because I feel like, yeah, you might fall for it. Keep your discernment about you. But like I said, that's only if you're dealing with two people. If it's just one person, like I said, it's one person embodying both traits. Like sometimes you're on, that's your soulmate, you know that's your person, and then sometimes you're like, okay, I don't like that side of you, or they just like flip-flop back and forth night and day. But I do feel there, like I said, the Ace of Cups here, there's love here. Ace of Pentacles, commitment. Okay? So Pisces, I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed that. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I have Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I see, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign. It could be placements in your chart or their chart, or just the energy surrounding the situation. Don't forget to check out my social media account links down below. Also, there's a little box with a picture of a sweatshirt. That's where you can find the shop for my merchandise. There's hoodies out for every zodiac sign. Get yours there. They're pretty neat. And I will see you next time. I'm wishing you the very best, Pisces.